so excited. We are going to be doing an unboxing video today. Our family's all together, and we thought we got this box in the mail, and we decided we wanted to open it with you right here on YouTube. So we'll introduce ourselves. My name is Heather, and I'm a homeschool mom of these two right here.
I'm Nathan. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Dad, Isaiah.
Awesome. And so we wanted to do an unboxing. Like I said, we have been finishing up our homeschool year. Even though we are in October, we're finishing up the curriculum that we were doing previously. And so we're adding new curriculum, a new curriculum spine, you could say, to our homeschool. So to give you a little bit of background, we have been using an eclectic sorts of homeschool materials. We did classical conversations last year, and then we are finishing up some of the things we were using prior to classical conversations. So if you're in the chat right now, if you're watching live, let us know by saying hello, where you're watching from. And if you can hear us okay, we're doing this in our kitchen because that's where you film videos, right? On a Sunday night.
Yeah.
So let's get started. Who's excited about the unboxing?
Me!
I'm excited. So let's tell them really quick, Daddy, before we do the unboxing, how we made the selection of this homeschool material and kind of how we're looking at using it.
Sure.
Okay, so and how our homeschool runs. Okay, that's a lot of questions. So first, how does our homeschool operate? How do we homeschool as a family?
That would be me. I guess I'll answer. So we operate together as one. I am the teacher, principal to go with right now. So we start off with myself and the kiddos. Heather, she chimes in every day. And we have started off with our Wonder Hour. And then we go into our school block, and we'll finish out the day with a game block.
Get closer so they can hear you. See the microphone down here at the bottom? Okay.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works. I'm just teaching the kiddos and how to do live. So, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so then how did we choose this curriculum? We spent a couple months kind of researching different curriculums.
We did?
Well, we did. You didn't.
Oh.
So we researched for a little while. I know. The different types of curriculum that were out there and kind of what would fit our family. And so this we're going to be using alongside some other curriculum options. But how did we come to the decision on this curriculum that's inside this box?
We just like the way that it fits in our family, the way that we run our homeschool, what we do. Some of the curriculum is where we could do both at the same time instead of individual, but some of the curriculum they'll have where they can do their own as well. And so we like to work as a family and do school as a family, and with the history, with the language and arts, with the science. It doesn't matter what their grades are in because they're in opposite grades, but it is really cool because we get to do it as a family, and that's what we love the most.
Yes, definitely. And we're seeing some homeschoolers and some families on the live chat right now. Hello, if you're watching us live. So excited. We have some people from Chicago and Canada and Georgia. So excited that you're here with us while we do this unveiling of our new curriculum. I feel like Vanna White, like unveiling. Kaylee and Nathan, are you excited about your new curriculum?
Yeah!
Okay, so tell our lovely watchers why you like homeschool. Like, why are you excited about this curriculum? What makes you excited about it?
Because it's school.
Yes, and you like school, huh?
Yeah. And we like to do school, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, very fun, very fun. Well, you're excited?
Yeah.
All right, Daddy,
She's open.
do the honors.
Oh, no. No, don't cut my head off.
All right, so the kids really actually have no clue what the curriculum is. They don't even know what it's going to look like. Yep, you kind of know what it is. Here, watch your face, buddy. I don't want you to get stabbed in the face by Daddy. Awesome. If you are watching this on the replay, thank you so much for watching. We are really excited that you're here and a part of our Homeschool House community. Oh my goodness, it's like the best thing ever. We have homeschool bubble wrap. Awesome. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and pull some stuff out. It's like Christmas, so pull some stuff out.
It's not.
Hey, you got to show our friends.
The good and the beautiful.
The good and the beautiful is what we're going with this year. So we've ordered some of our reading books. We're going to walk you through all of the new material that we got. I just want to give a shout out to my friend Angie and my friend Ashley. They've done some really great comprehensive videos on the good and the beautiful, and it really helped us as a couple to decide to do the good and the beautiful this year. So this is yours, Nathan. You want to hold this up and show them what you got? Show over here. Show them over here, buddy, in the camera. Haley, not on camera, please. Thanks. Okay, so this is your level 2 readers. So we've decided to go with this for language arts and history, handwriting. Okay, so we've got this big, huge.
Is that for Nathan?
This one's Nathan's. Yep. So this is all of his coursework. Look at how beautiful like the images are in here. I was just really impressed when we went online. Hey, buddy, not on camera. Okay, thank you. I was really impressed when we went online and we saw just how all of these were broken up. We really like that. So that's yours, Nathan. Here's yours, buddy. This is your companion. It comes with a course companion. And then, oh, that's your phonics cards. It comes with some phonics cards. We got some things in the side. It's always fun to see new books. It's exciting. I know, isn't it so fun? This is like one of the best parts. I love this. All right, what do you have, Kaylee? Come on in frame here and show them what you have.
I have
Okay, show them.
my handwriting.
Let me see. This one is level 3. This one's actually Nathan's handwriting. So level 3 is for Nathan.
And then I have my handwriting.
Level 5 handwriting. Very
And
cool.
I have meteorology.
Ooh, we're going to do this for our science unit. Daddy, tell me why you chose meteorology.
So with the meteorology, the kids, Kaylee and Nathan, have been really into weather, and they have been into natural disasters. They've been into climate. They've been into watching the Weather Channel and videos, studying about rain, snow, sleet. It's just really cool that this is what they wanted to do. And so we sat down with them and just discussed what interests you for science. And this is what they chose. And it was really cool that we're basing our science program with the two of them together on what they wanted. And so it's really cool that The Good and the Beautiful gives us the opportunity to teach them together in our homeschool house on a subject that they want.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what else do you have, Kaylee?
And then we have the creative writing.
Yes, and you've been really getting into creative writing, haven't you? So this one's going to be a really fun one. All right, what else do we have? So we've chosen to do, like I said, language arts, our handwriting, our history, and handwriting, history, and science. So this is Haley's. She's going to be starting level 4 language arts. Now, level 4 language arts actually is comes with 3 different packs and a creative writing, look at all this stuff. A creative companion is what it comes with. And so I'm really excited about her going through this part here. And just to buddy, right on camera, I just whacked you in the face. Oh my gosh. That's live video for you. What I'm excited for is, even though Nathan is only, how old are you, buddy?
6.
When's your birthday?
December 24.
All right, so you're almost 7.
And it's October 12th?
Yeah, 14th.
14th.
Even though Nathan is 7, he's going to be joining in on a lot of this, on a lot of the creative companion work because it has to do a lot with art and a lot with history. And so he'll be either listening in or coloring alongside or even doing some of the activities that are in here. So we'll let you know as this year goes by how he's doing inside of there. So we'll give you some updates on that. All right. So then also on the level 4, it comes with these geography and grammar cards. I can tell you that this guy over here, 6 years old, is probably going to be going through these as well because he really is great at memorizing. And so even though it's level 4, like I said, we're using this as kind of our base for homeschool. So we'll be using it between both of them in different ways. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. So even though it's based on levels, which is one thing that we really liked about The Good and the Beautiful, was it wasn't grade level specific. Like if they were in real school or public school or charter school or private school, what like grade they would be in. This was based on levels. So will you tell them a little bit about the assessment that we had to do?
The assessment was based on questions that they had for spelling, for grammar, for math. And upon doing those, when we looked at it, we were thinking, oh, maybe they're lower or they're not. And basically each level is between 3 grades. So a level 2 is more like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, where a level 3 is like 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. With them having only the 8 levels through the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, with the assessment, it was really nice because on certain things, he scored very well and high on a lot. And then on one, he didn't, in terms of like spelling. And so Heather and I sat there contemplating for quite a few nights going, oh my gosh, is it our teaching? Is it our homeschooling? What would they be inside public school? And no dig on public school whatsoever. And where on Kaylee, it's the same thing. And so there's certain things that they didn't hit very high on the assessment, but it doesn't mean that the level was incorrect for them. And so just through us conversating through prayer and figuring out that this was going to be the best solution for our family for homeschool curriculum, we went with it, and we're so excited because it hits on all levels that we want for the kids.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it just gives us the opportunity to do it in a whole. So
yeah, and tell me if you can relate to that idea when you're going to purchase new curriculum, or maybe you're pulling your kiddos out of school and having them homeschool. Tell us if you struggle with those same fears of comparison. Man, comparison can be hardcore. And it kind of threw us off for a minute, because one thing we've learned through our researching in how children learn is that there's always going to be gaps in learning when there is something that they're measuring up to. Boom. That is a big thing, right? So depending on where you live or what requirements are for your school system, there will be these certain things that they are trying to get kiddos to hit, these certain levels that they're trying to get them to hit. And realistically, that is not actually how our human nature is. I learn things differently and at different levels than my husband does. And my kids are going to learn them at different levels than their peers do. And so one thing I just want to encourage you with is when you are looking for curriculum, really base it off of your own child, not on what the government is saying, not on what your mom is saying, not on what your best friend's kid is doing. It really needs to be just based on the kids that you have in your homeschool. And so when we were going through learning about different levels that the good and the beautiful had, we were really just we were very much inspired that they said, you can repeat levels, or you can go through it faster or slower. And that to us is something that's really important. So this isn't for us going to be a 36-week curriculum. This for us is going to be a base to the things that we're learning probably for a year and a half. We like to take our curriculum really slow because we also like to include child-led learning. So if there are certain things that they are really into at that moment, we make sure that we're doing the things like language arts and history and science. But I mean, if they get really crazy into this meteorology unit, we might not throw because we paid money for it. We might just nicely, gently place the curriculum to the side and go to the library and get more books about it, and maybe spend a whole week going to the nearest weather center, or, we can really make it how we want it. But this just helps us guide through our homeschool and give us a plethora of options to choose from as we are learning. So what else do we have in the box, Nathan? You pulled some things out.
Thanks for the lecture, Mom.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm pretty good at those. And public speaking is actually part of my job. So, all right. So we are excited to go through the history. This is the Big Book of History stories. So this is a bunch of actual stories. I don't want to whack Nathan in the head again. This is a bunch of stories. And then this is the curriculum that goes along with it. This is the year one course book. We did decide to just get the one, and then you can print off the different levels online. So we are going to have those bound with a nice front cover also, so we can keep our work. We don't do grades in our homeschool, but the kids have very much like to do tests this year, right, Kaylee? Want to tell them about like how we do our tests and what we do?
So every Friday, mostly every Friday, my dad will do our test on a piece of paper, and we have math, spelling, history, and writing. And he shows us them, and he asks us questions, and we have to answer them, and we'd write them down, and we can have practice papers. And then when we're all done, we give it to him. And when we're waiting, we'd play like cards, like math cards. And then when he is done with looking at our test, he'll show us, and then he'll show our mom, and then we'll be done with school.
That's right. And so good job, kiddo. Good explanation. How about you, buddy? Tell us about your tests. Same thing? Yeah. Okay. So this is our history curriculum. All right. So what else, guys? I feel like that's it. That's all that came in our boxes this year. That is the curriculum that we're going to be doing. I want to answer some questions that are coming in. If you have a question, you can drop it over here in the chat section. you guys having fun doing this live?
Yeah.
Torres family?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait to get back to my friend's house.
I know. Yeah.
Okay,
I pulled them
so-
from their friend's house. All right. So we have a hi from Canada. Okay. Go ahead and read this one.
Hello from Georgia.
Yep.
Hello from Chicago.
Watching from New York,
Hello from
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Hello
Dallas,
from Dallas,
Texas.
Texas.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay.
You're
Purchase
from
the Good and the
hello.
Beautiful as well. Awesome. So we have some other.
Hi, Jess.
We have some other Good and the Beautiful curriculum users on here as well. So let's see. Oh yes. So my husband and me are looking into pulling our first grader out and going to homeschool, but we haven't quite worked up the courage. But we really like the Good and the Beautiful. Ooh, Daddy, you want to talk about how we made that decision for our family?
Sure. It was just a matter of that we wanted to be involved in our education for our kids. And just one thing about it was just making sure that the relationship was there. A lot of homeschool, we base it on our relationships with the kids and just being able to interact. And, for me, from the time I was 16 until I started being the homeschool dad, I worked for corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I wanted to be involved with school. I wanted to be part of their lives in the day that I've missed. And so we talked about it, we prayed about it, and we went for it. And, I think it was probably the best decision I've made because it gives me the opportunity to be with them daily, to be able to understand and work with them. And it's just growing that relationship with the kids, but being a hands-on learning. And it's nice to go over things that I wasn't able to do in the public school growing up, in California with 50 to 60 kids in the class, to where I can be with them. And, we do it with our homeschool where they have a lot of say in terms of what it is that they're looking for in subjects. And it's just great to be with them and to continue to learn with them and grow in their education.
Yeah, I think if you're also if you're on the fence and making that choice, I had a really great veteran homeschool mom when I first started. And that was like one of my concerns. I'm like, we just don't know if we're going to do it. And this is what she said. She said, you can do anything for a year and then you just decide to put them back in. If after that year, you're like, you know what, this isn't for us. They can still go back to school. That still is an option. And I think sometimes when we pull our kids out of school or we think about homeschooling, that it seems like such a definite thing and that that's the only choice you can make. And I understand that there is definitely some financial pieces that go with that. And then, there's also the learning curve for yourself as the new facilitator of education and for your kids, being that you were mom and now you're also going to be mom who is homeschooling or dad who is homeschooling. We found that it took us about 2 years to kind of get our feet going, to get our feet planted in homeschool the way that we wanted to. Yeah, it took Daddy about a couple months, I think, as we kind of integrated you in more and more of like how homeschool works. And you know what? Each one of us homeschools differently, and that's okay too. If you and your husband are planning on sharing the responsibilities like we do, the kids are going to have to know that it is, right? Mommy teaches differently than Daddy does. Who's better? I'm just kidding. Don't answer that. Me. No, Mommy's better.
Daddy's better.
Daddy is way cooler of a homeschool dad. Yeah. So I just want to encourage you that if you're on the fence about it, reach out to families like us. I think what's really awesome about the internet is that there are homeschool families all over. And I found that on Instagram and on YouTube, there's a really good supportive community to be a part of.
At my church, I have 18 kids who are homeschooled. Yeah,
we have a big homeschool community. So getting involved. Kaylee actually went to regular school and then came out of regular school.
So how it happened was I was going to second grade and my brother was in kindergarten.
Okay.
My brother was in kindergarten, and so my brother was actually being homeschooled while I was at school. And then when my mom finally had enough of me going to school, she told me that I was going to get homeschooled. So I'm homeschooled with my brother.
Yeah. Is there a difference for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 2 children.
2 children. Yes. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for watching our unboxing reaction video. Stay tuned here. Be subscribed to the Homeschool House. We have a ton of new content coming your way. We had to take a season off of YouTube, and we are excited to be back with some fresh new content with all 4 of these faces happening more and more. That's
Click
right.
the like button.
Click that like button
And subscribe.
and we will see you guys in a future video. Bye.
Bye.
Good job, guys.